First opened in 1999. There's a good look at First Energy Stadium here in Cleveland, Ohio. This was the scene a few minutes ago. The dog pound in full roar as their Browns emerge from their tunnel. They're ready to go as they get set to match up with the San Francisco 49ers. A couple of 2-1 teams set to square off, and we're underway here in NFL Week 4. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. A man who played collegiately in the Buckeye State, it's Trey Sermon. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down. Well, this defense for the Browns, they were very good in the victory a week ago over Cincinnati.
And how'd you like to be the quarterback reviewing the game tape from last week and seeing this defense on the spot on almost every snap? If the ball was in the air, they took it away. If the ball was pop free, they picked it up. 5 takeaways in last week's game. And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a 1st down.
Sermon now on 1st and 10. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
A play fake for Sermon. Now Lance. The first catch of the game for George Kittle. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
On 1st and 10, here's Lance. He'll dump this off to Sermon, complete. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. Not what they had in mind there. That's going to go as a loss of 4. 2nd and 14. It's a 7-yard pickup. They'll be looking now to 3rd and 6.
What a luxury to have a guy like this who can not only spell your starter, but can come in and keep drives going.
Throwing his Lance on 3rd down. This is caught. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. Well, he did everything but get him in the end zone there, but now they're set up. Golden opportunity, strong opening drive, and they're knocking on the door.
And the way that they did it, now look where they are on the field, all right? This is naturally set up for a running play, isn't it?
Fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out. And this is picked up by the Browns. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Pardon me, you know how often we hear about the red zone, right? From the 20-yard line going in, that scoring zone, getting points on the board. A lot of teams call from the 10-yard line in the green zone. That's your money zone. He fumbles the ball inside the money zone. You have one job, take care of the ball. That didn't happen.
And all the way to the opposite 49-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. We know he's good at catching the football, but then after the catch, he's got escapability.
Not only that, he's got some toughness as well because you know he's coached very hard to make sure he battles through, breaks tackles, and then they finish with, but don't fumble the football.
He's going to rifle one deep left side. And this is caught inside the 5. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Chase McLaughlin on for the extra point. It's up and through to make it 7-0 Browns. Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchdown. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And so close to hitting pay dirt last time. Fumbling down near the goal line. Now, how does that affect their psyche this time around?
It's a tester, that's for sure, because to be that close and come away with no points is really disappointing, not just for the guys on offense, but the defensive players, too, who thought, hey, we're going to put some points up and have a little momentum going. They've got to find a way to just get it out of their minds, let it go,
short-term memory,
and move on to the next series.
Meanwhile, Lance's throw taken in by Samuel. Let's go. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. To throw, it's Lance. That's complete. It's Brandon Ayuk. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. A big play that time on the catch and run.
Tell you what, partner, you get the football in his hands, just give him a little bit of open space. As we just saw, he can make you pay.
And he wasn't the top option there, but check down turned into first down and then some. On play action, Lance. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And the Browns will take over here at their own 12-yard line. What a start defensively. Your offense goes out, gets the touchdown, and then you get the interception. Just perfect.
How about the discipline that they showed on defense? Because after the offense scored to go up 7-zip, you would think they might be a little extra aggressive trying to get back at them. Instead, they read their keys well. When they took the shot downfield, they were more than prepared for that one.
First carry for Nick Chubb. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. Throwing on 2nd and 3. Mayfield. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. On first down, they'll run with Chubb. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down. So, Charles, you talk about this head coach and his future with this franchise. Look, it's been a frustrating year, and I think we saw some of that frustration boil over at his weekly press conference earlier in the week.
Yeah, he's trying to say all the right things, isn't he? But he's heard the rumors. He knows what's going on out there. And right now, he is tired of having to answer the question, are you on the hot seat in every meeting with reporters? This week, he kind of said, I've had enough. And I don't blame him. He looks like a guy that may very well be out the door.
You know, if following up on this head coach and the pressure that he is under, CD, I want to switch it to you because you've been on winning teams, but I know you've been in similar situations too where things just are not going well. How do you approach that as a player?
It's a tough approach, Brandon, because you actually have to do the opposite of what you would think. You know, in your mind, you're thinking, I redouble my efforts, I go harder. In a sense, you have to back off a little bit. You have to do a little bit less. Do what you're supposed to do, but don't take on the pressures of doing more and trying to do your teammates' jobs as well. If you do that, that's really going to lead you to more issues.
Now, if you're going to get rid of it, you better get outside the pocket.
Yeah, you have to get outside of that tackle-to-tackle box, right? Get out there, and then you can do it legally, but he wasn't able to do so, and they end up losing the down as well.
And on fourth down, on is the punt team sending this one away. And out of bounds, this will depend on where they spot it, and they'll say at the 45. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 45. They'll run with Sermon to begin the drive. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front. Because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find.
Touchdown, 49ers! For as big and strong as some of these guys are, especially when you see them in full pads, it is sometimes hard to appreciate how truly fast they can move. That was incredible.
And that's the kind of play where you have to kind of catch your breath afterwards. So just give me a second here, because when he shifted into high gear, he was an absolute blur out there. No substitute for speed. We talk about that all the time. The evidence was right there.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. Mayfield to throw it. Escaping the pressure right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
So I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Here's Mayfield. He's going to let one fly for Tate. And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. A big connection on that one. 36 yards. So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. Throwing, Mayfield. They set up the screen to Chubb. And he'll go down at the 28. 7 yards there on the 1st down screen play.
Good call there on 1st down. And, Brandon, I'm getting better over the years of not screaming out, screen, screen, screen with my defensive training. They want to keep those pass rushers honest, and they did so there, and they wind up picking up positive yardage.
Flushed out right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. Eluding the pressure right. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 22. So this is something we didn't see at all from this offense in the victory last week. That's a turnover. They didn't have any, but giving the ball away here in the opening quarter.
I love the surprise in your voice because it's exactly what you stated. Didn't see it last week, but it's a key to their win. And it'll be a key to this game as well, protecting the football. Didn't get it done there.
And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
And that one goes for about 6 as he's taken down just shy of the 45. Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Dancing to his left. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. Well, a nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up third down. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on second down. Here's Lance to throw it. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down.
Well, the coverage was tight that time. They allowed the pass underneath to him, but they rallied to him pretty fast, too. Converged on him and got him down. That'll bring up 4th down.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And that ball's going to angle out at the 3-yard line. A beauty. They decide against going for it on 4th and 1, maybe to the dismay of their offense, but hey, a nice consolation prize down inside the 5.
Nice consolation prize indeed. So maybe the offense is upset, but they showed confidence in their defense by punting it away.
The Browns drive about to get started. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Mayfield now looking to throw on 1st down. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard at the 33-yard line.
To throw again on 2nd down. Mayfield. And it's hauled in by Austin Hooper. Now the Browns signal for the 2nd of their timeouts, as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. Mayfield with it once more. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. Baker Mayfield only 6'1", but he can certainly sling it, and we saw evidence of that right there.
And I'm telling you, nothing will let up a crowd more than a play like that. Here in the stadium, all eyes were on the receiver streaking downfield, and you know everyone was thinking, throw it, he's open. What a connection there for the touchdown.
Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good, and that makes the score 14-7. Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And with them trailing, there is still enough time to try to string a few plays together, maybe get into field goal range. On first down, Lance. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. John Johnson with the INT. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line. An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends. That was nice work there defensively to force incompletion. Now, even though this drive started in plus territory, they're still not in field goal range yet, so they can work towards another couple of stops and not allowing that turnover to hurt.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Mayfield. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
He certainly had a good game throwing the ball so far, but I think he was trying to take that from good to great with that throw, trying to get one downfield.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. From the gun, Mayfield. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
The Browns will quickly use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. The Browns send out their punter now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. It'll go as just a 15-yard punt. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And with only 9 seconds remaining, and not much time, we'll see how they play this. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. He'll fire this deep for Ayuk. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Now, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
And now this throw incomplete, and that is how this first half will come to an end. So we have reached halftime here in Cleveland with the Browns on top. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. The Browns are going to get the second half kickoff, and they've got this lead as well as we are back and underway. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Cleveland offense ready to go. The third quarter starts with a run by Chubb, and he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play there, second down. Maybe I'm wrong, but it looked like even if he had opted to keep that, I don't think there was going to be much to gain.
Seemed like it was perfectly defense, and know what they say. Those guys on the other side, they get paid too.
Mayfield looks to throw. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the third quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
On third down, Mayfield. And the throw there going to be incomplete. So it would appear they will not be able to add to their lead on this opening drive of the second half.
Yeah, if another touchdown was scored there, now we're talking about a 2-score game, and they're probably on their way of creating an excellent gap between them and their pursuers. But how about the defense there, able to step up and keep themselves in this one?
Fielded just inside the 30. And he's got this almost to the 40 before going out. A nice return there of 11 to help mitigate a good punt. And the Niners will go on offense. 1st and 10. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And their defense did its job by forcing the punt to start things out. And now, Charles, can the offense get in gear?
I think, partner, you can sense them saying, okay, the first half was theirs, but now let's get the momentum back on our side. We forced a punt. Now let's go downfield and score. If we do that, we'll be set up well for the second half.
Now Lance. They set up the screen for Sermon. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going.
And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
As a linebacker, you're taught to stay just slightly behind the ball carrier just in case he makes a cutback. But when you find the gap, shoot it. And he found it all right. Took it straight into the backfield and made the tackle for a loss.
And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
Another attempt, another incompletion. And when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, it comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass and turn it into a long gain or make people miss downfield. They've got to have points, and the guys who can put the ball in the end zone, they're the ones that need to touch the ball.
And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds. Kyle Shanahan doesn't care much for that last call, so out comes the red challenge flag. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide, and I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things, but even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Well, here's the call.
At their own 16-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself. As they began this drive, I was wondering how they were going to attack, so since they're playing with the lead. Would they continue to try and push the ball downfield? Well, after one play, it appears that the answer is yes.
On 1st and 10, Mayfield. Flush to his right. And this nearly an interception, but it's incomplete. Well, a turnover really would have helped him there, but not to be.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
Escaping the pressure right, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. But Nick Bosa so quick on the outside, he gets in there to bring him down.
Like how they've started the third quarter here. They force a punt on the first drive, and after this sack, it looks like they'll be forcing another one as well.
Absolutely. Maybe got their second win coming out of the locker room. Mayfield in this Browns offense staring at a 3rd and long now after the sack. To throw, Mayfield. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Amani Hooker. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20. He's at it again, Charles. He had the pick 6 last week. Not a pick 6 here, but an interception.
It's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept a pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. But that worked really well last week because he had made it all the way to the end zone. This week he got the Oski, maybe not a touchdown, but boy, he's playing really well.
And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. Lance, a give now to Sermon. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves them with a 3rd and 3.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
Now a play fake. Lance gets this one to Juszczyk. And he's able to pick up the first before he's brought down inside the 5 at the 4.
Well, let's be honest about the whole thing. When you're looking for a reliable set of hands on 3rd down, the first thought is often not fullback. But that's who they turn to there, and he does a nice job of securing.
That is caught by the tight end, Kittle. Touchdown, 49ers. George Kittle, his 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the 49ers are within an extra point of tying this thing up. And oh, he missed it. No good. And they'll remain down by a point. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off.
The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. On 2nd and 7, Mayfield. And he gets it to his running back, Nick Chubb. Runs over him. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
Well, I like the play design there. They occupied the defense downfield, everyone trying to account for someone. But unfortunately, they didn't account for the running back slipping out of the backfield. And he was absolutely unnoticed and wound up getting big yards on that play.
be brought down right on the 50. A gain of 3.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 50-yard line.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Mayfield now from the 50. He'll swing this out to Mostert. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30.
Well, that should be a reminder defensively, and I think it's a reminder to myself because you just can't sell out to stop the run. There's still enough time that this offense can move the football through the air, even on 1st and 2nd downs, and they obviously picked the right spot to throw the ball there.
And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Now Mayfield drops it off for Chubb. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone.
Well, they certainly had success throughout this contest getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another 1st down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
Mayfield hands it off to Chubb, and he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
And he'll take this down for about 4 yards, down to the 15.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
The Browns on 3rd down, just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 4. On 3rd down, it's Nick Chubb. And he will be very close to a 1st down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. 4 yards on the pickup, and it'll be 4th down. They'll try it now with Mostert. And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the 1st down as he's tackled at the 2.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there, and on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing, in a situation where they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously, but at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
Chubb again. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout. That's going to be their 2nd. They'll be left with 1 more plus the 2-minute warning, and we'll be back. The San Francisco defense trying to hold tough again. This is 3rd and goal. Chubb. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. Nothing doing there as the 13th play of the drive proves to be unlucky.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They come up on an interesting decision here on 4th and goal. Now Mayfield on 4th down.
Oh, not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete.
They're turned away on 4th and goal. And this 49er defense stands tall down near the goal line. They'll look to throw.
This to the outside, it's Sermon.
And he'll get it up to the 12-yard line here. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it'll be second and about a yard to go for the first. Back to throw.
That's complete. It's Brandon Ayuk.
And he gets up near the 25 to about the 24 before going out of bounds. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
He's back to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
They give the Sermon out of the gun. Safety Grant Delpit up to make the play.
Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Back to throw. The tight end Kittle has it on the left side. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 12-yard line.
All right, they picked up yardage, but they've got to get up to the line of scrimmage and spike it. They've got 1 timeout left. Want to save it.
A give for Sermon running right.
And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. Now the timeout will be called, so they're in field goal range with 3 seconds left.
Oh, that heart has to be pounding inside the chest of Joey Sly.
And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining.
Oh, that heart has to be pounding inside the chest of Joey Sly.
And this one is right through. And Union Street will be hopping tonight. The 49ers have won it. So the victory here for San Francisco. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the 2nd quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
So for San Francisco, they're on a nice early roll as they move to 3-1 with a win here. And they'll head back home next week to take on the Arizona Cardinals. Meanwhile, for the Browns, they'll fall back to 500 at 2-2. And they'll try to rebound next week as they head to Heinz Field to take on the Steelers.